Good afternoon. We're back. I hope everybody, at least stateside, had a good 4th of July. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July. We missed drifting. We took the other day off of some car stuff to get a couple things added to the stream. And now we're back. Look at that down a little touch. Okay. Today, probably gonna do the same thing as always. We're gonna find a car and we're gonna make it drive sideways. What should we do? What should we do? Did we ever... What were we working on the other day? Wasn't a Civic, right? It wasn't a Drift Civic. We already did a Drift Civic. What the hell were we working on the other day? Pick a scroll through our lineup. I don't remember in the slightest what it was that we were doing, and I don't think I favorited it. Oh, you know what? I think it was an RX-7. Let's go back to that RX-7. Yeah, this puppy. Oh, we did favorite it. It just didn't stand out to me. Did we finish this? Come on over to the garage and check it out with me. Look at her. That nice purple coat. I wonder who will be joining us today on this lovely Saturday afternoon. I'm sure some of the boys are hanging out with the families and or sleeping it off from last night. Let's head out and let's try. Let's see where we left off. I'm pretty certain that this car drifts exceptionally well. We are feeling like we've never drifted before, that's for sure. Time to get the rust off. Nope, nope. Here we go. Ooh-ah. There we go. Oh yeah, oh, it's gonna be a minute. Oh, I see. This is not our 4-speed. This is Ray's build. That's what we were doing. Look at the difference having the right gear is. If anybody's ever struggling and they're like, man, I'm just having a hard time keeping a drift going. Lots of reasons that could be. You could just be in just too low of a gear though. And it's not necessarily the gear's number. You might only be in a 4-speed where 3rd gear is your butter gear. But your gearing ratio might not be supporting that. Your gearing ratio might still be too high. And when you're out of RPMs, your tires stop spinning. For a lot of you guys that already drift, this is probably common knowledge. But I do believe there's a lot of newer to the hobby people who watch this stuff. And they might not be as used to hearing or knowing that. Oh. Oh. We're good. Thought we were wearing out a spot on the steering wheel already. That would have been no good. Oh, you know what I think I was working on too? Was that 2020 Supra. I think that was something. Let's, this is delightful. This is delightful. Let's check out that Supra here. I think I want to get a video on YouTube uploaded for that one. Let me see here, though. RX-7 is very nice. Toyota, where's my Supra? 2020, right? This one. I think this is what I want to check out. Let's drive it though. Let's iron out everything that we can. Hey Marky, what's up, dude? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you had a good holiday. Playing a different game, I see. I don't know if you've heard. So this stream is typically, we do sim racing content. And we were kind of branching out to do Zelda stuff as like a side kind of thing. Only the Zelda stuff has been almost taken a priority. So I do 2 a day, typically. I stream in the earlier, or I guess later portion of the afternoon. We do sim racing content on most days. And then every single night, barring last night's holiday, we do Zelda night, which has been kind of fun. So some of the Zelda guys that show up have stuck around and have enjoyed some of the car things, but not all. So if this isn't your shtick, I don't blame you. I understand. But we have a pretty cool time doing sim racing during the day. We had a couple of guys that hang out. I'm assuming this afternoon most guys are going to be probably just like hanging out with the family on Saturday afternoon after the holiday, and or are sleeping off a hangover. You love racing games? Hey, maybe you'll have a little bit of fun during the earlier streams of the day. I mainly work on drift content. I like to drive cars not their intended direction. Sideways is good for me, and thus we do things like this. I make a lot of custom builds, and that's what I upload to my YouTube channel. A lot of tutorials on how to build cars and have a good time doing drifting. And so now I'm trying to shake the rust off and also see where I left off on this Supra build, because I don't remember where I put it. I think I was still kind of testing it, and then one of my other buddies made a tune that he wanted me to try out, which was the car I was in just before this one. And that car turned out really nice. He did a good job. Which car is this? This is a 2020 Toyota Supra. This is the modern Toyota Supra. Ooh. She's pretty nice looking. I like the orange paint we got on her too. Really sharp car. Okay. Spin it around. Try again. So if you haven't done like a Forza game in a while, or a Forza Horizon, you get to pick all the parts and how powerful the car is, but you also get to tune the car. You get to play with the settings of all your stuff, like your suspension, and you can kind of dial it in to make the car drive how you want it to, which is a neat but can be very overwhelming thing. And you know, I'm curious about something here. There's different types of tires you can put on your cars in these games, and it does change the way the car feels drastically. This car feels great, but I'm curious if we switch some of the rubber out for a different kind, how that'll go. We'll try that here in a minute. Actually, we're gonna try it here now. We keep losing that back end, and that's mostly a me thing from taking a day off. So let's see. Let's see how many points we're playing with here. You can change a lot of the car. Yeah, you really can. They've, once this menu pops open, it's a little overwhelming. See, you have right here a menu of all of the different, like, things you can adjust on the car. And they all really do matter. So it gets a little overwhelming when we're not sure what they all do, but I do have video tutorials on how a player could use that. Though if you don't actively play the game, that would be like watching paint dry. And then aside from that, you could pick all of the different car parts and how upgraded you want them to be for how powerful the car is going to be, which is kind of cool. What I'm interested in doing right now, though, is the tires. Definitely not semi-slicks. No. I'm curious about having sport tires on this bad boy. I've heard some stuff and things about that that might be pretty cool. Let's try it out. Let's see how that changes the car. Oh yeah. Coffee was necessary today, boys. Coffee was necessary. Put her on down, and let's try again. Oh, let's get the phone off the old, racing wheel. The vibration of the racing wheel is gonna throw that across the room at some point. Right, so normally I don't drive with these tires. These tires have they're a little more sticky on the road than I generally prefer. But my interest was piqued. One of my guys did a competition the other day and was saying that everybody on these tires were just a lot more consistent. Okay, alright. First impression, I like it more than I thought I was gonna like it. Definitely feels a lot safer. This car there's something spicy about this car. I gotta look at the tuning again for it. There's something spicy about the back end of it. don't know if I prefer this. Okay, hold on. Let's see, maybe tire pressure will help tune it just a little bit closer to how I want it to feel. Coffee alert! What is your favorite car in the game? My favorite car that I've tuned up that drifts fantastic is a 2018 Chevy Camaro. That car turned out beautiful. Unbelievably beautiful. And then next to that is a 2006 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. It's an Evo 9. That thing was also a sick car. Both of which are not really your standard, like, what you'd associate with a drift car. At least not before you think of things like a Supra, a Nissan Silvia, a Mustang, right? Those are all like formula cars. Hey, what's up, dude? Welcome back. We're doing our day stream, which is typically dedicated to sim racing. Which is a little odd that we have a Nintendo Zelda, but also sim racing thing going on here. But that's why I break them into two different streams at two different times. Not the biggest crossover for some of the audience. But we have a lot of fun with this. And some of the guys asked that I keep doing this, which I was surprised. I thought most folks were gonna want just only Zelda or Nintendo stuff. But a couple of y'all asked me to keep doing the drifting content, which is cool because I love this. Right now we're tuning up a new car, trying to get this thing driving well. And I feel like I'm straying further from what well is by playing with these tires that I'm unfamiliar with. When do you start Zelda if you are doing it? I am absolutely streaming Zelda every night. Obviously with emergencies and or maybe holidays getting in the way of that, like yesterday. Tonight we will be starting our Zelda stream at the similar time slot of around 8:30 Eastern. That's about when we go live with Zelda every night. Sometimes it's a little earlier, like 8 o'clock. Sometimes it's a little bit later, 9 o'clock, so right around 8:30. From this moment right now, it'll be about 5 hours. Maybe a little earlier though. We'll see. If the drifting content is very, very slow today, maybe we'll start slightly earlier. If you are curious, I do have a Discord, and the Discord does give a live announcement when I do go live. If you want to follow that, that is up to you. Otherwise, I think if you follow the channel and turn on the notification bell, I think YouTube will ping you too, right? You're over on YouTube? Yeah, you're over on YouTube. I appreciate it, Marky World. Appreciate it. I think we want to go back to those other tires. Not the biggest fan of this one here. It is sliding nice though. Yeah. Okay. Let's swap it back and see how that feels. Whew. But I also like the car content too. That's awesome to hear. I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little worried about doing car content and then like RPG game content. The way YouTube's algorithm works is sort of threatening. Yeah, it gets a little late for you. Maybe we'll start, depending on how many more guys that show up that are a little bit more on your side of the world. Wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, so you're a couple hours ahead of me. If more people show up from your neck of the woods, maybe we'll start doing our Zelda streams a couple hours earlier just so people can tune into it. What I don't want to happen is us play Tears of the Kingdom for so long that we're not done with it by the time Ocarina remake comes out. That's going to be a hard one to juggle. I hope we get a really proper, like, warning for when that game's actually releasing. Because we're going to be doing that 100,000%. There's a few Zelda games that I really want to play. But that's, like, priority number one. I want to play that no matter what. Same for you as well, so it's just ending a little late. Sometimes I stream until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for my own time, too. So that's probably ending a ridiculously late time for you guys, like 8 a.m. Okay, we got that on. Let's sort the tire pressure out just a touch. See how that goes. I think that should be okay. Have you guys ever played Forza? Or any of the Forza games? Because there's been a lot throughout the decades. We're already up to... This is Horizon 6. Oh, immediately the car just feels how I like it with those tires. Big time. Big time. Played it at your friend's house? Nice. Whoa, that was a little bit of a lag. Let's get out of the Horizon, the festival area. Gets a little squirrely in those parts. To our secret house. Where's our secret house? There's our... Oop. There's our secret house. You played it before? Nice. What'd you guys think? I think it's a pretty fun racing game. If you're not like crazy into cars, it still has a fun little story and lots of fun stuff you can do. Not bad. I've been playing Forza since Motorsport number 2 on Xbox 360. I don't know what year that was. Somewhere around like 06 or 7 or something like that. Yeah, thought it was fun. Nice. Oh, free car. So this game has a mechanic where you can anonymously gift vehicles to random players, and it seems that I am currently a recipient of somebody's generosity. Let's go find out what we got. Let us go find out with my bulldozer. All right, here we go, boys. What do we got? 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 Something good, something good. Come on, gold, 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 gold. What in the world is that? A Japanese taxi. What in the world is this? I love it. I love hate it. That's amazing. You made my day. Thank you. What a generous man. Toyota taxi. Hell yeah. Well, I haven't seen that one before, so that's kind of neat. Yeah, there's a lot of weird cars in this game. There's a lot of eclectic cool stuff. We've gotten some, like, insane cars that have been gifted to us. Like, some really crazy race cars. I already can't remember the specifics, but it was something along the lines of, like, what this Avija Forza edition looked like. It was something like that, right? I can't remember the specifics, but there's been some weird ones. Out of all the cars you could get. Yeah, there's like 600 in this game, too. A little Kermit the Frog, little toy car here. Kind of fun. Ah, you know, you win some, you lose some. That was fun, though. Okay, back to the Drift Mansion. I think, actually, too, I'm going to swap my Drift Mansion over to an estate that I have more laps on. So what's kind of cool is that this game gives you a private building, right? And in your private building, you actually have, like, course building tools. So you could program, and I say program very loosely. You're not programming anything. You're playing with a little level editor. But you could build your own track, basically, in your backyard. That's how that goes. So I'm going to put on a new track that's in my backyard that is a little bit I'm more familiar with. I've tested out a lot of cars on this track, and it kind of helps me weigh one-to-one how this car will drive versus some of my other tunes. Here we go. A little clutch kick and send it. Oh yeah, these tires are just much more my thing. Oh heck yeah, man. Go get that picture. We did that just the other day. Do it. Don't get too gloomed up. Oh yeah. This is where I like it. I think right now this car's sitting in a great place to share and show it off. We're gonna try, I haven't done like a YouTube video, like proper, while being live. So maybe we'll try that. That way I could just cut this video up later and upload it to YouTube then. We'll see how that goes. That would actually work out really well. Because between the two streams a day, I'm running out of time. I don't have enough time to, like, record a video separately and then edit it separately. It's getting a little intense. That could work. I keep them pretty short. Sometimes. I've made a lot of like really in-depth tutorials that are a lot longer and I explain a lot more. But I think I have enough of those out right now that the world does not need another 20 or 30 minute car tuning tutorial. You could probably keep this one under 10 for sure. Under 10 for sure. Once I feel confident that this is dialed, which feel pretty confident. Let's see. Let's go up the stack. First gear, maybe? Nope, second gear. Big jumps, boys, big jumps. Oh, oh, oh. Big jumps. Oh. Alright, I think this is where it's gonna be. I'm loving this. That front's gotta be broken. Oh, yeah. Well, we paid for the Digital Deluxe Ultimate Premium Diamond Edition to where my cars are indestructible. That's a joke, by the way. That's just a joke. Oh, yeah. Back in the groove, back in the groove. Take it into the parking lot. All right, I'm gonna try something that destroyed my stream the other day. I don't know if any of you guys stream, but what I've heard is that you can, in fact, record while you are live. And when I tried that, it absolutely annihilated my broadcasting tool. You stream a bit? I'm assuming you use OBS just because, well, who the hell doesn't use OBS these days? So my question for you is, have you tried while being live hitting the record button? Because I'm afraid, since it happened the other day, maybe I just had needed a computer reset because there were gremlins in the machine. Yes, you have. So theoretically, being live and pressing the record button should not make my computer self-destruct. Because that's what the internet says too. I should be able to do that. So I wonder what the hell is going on. And it's absolutely no shortage of hardware. Our current PC is... It's up for the challenge, to say the least. Yeah, it should not. Okay, I'm gonna try it, and then if the stream locks up and gets all screwy, I have to just like shut it down and reset OBS, and then it'll be back up. So if I randomly disappear, it will come back in about 2 minutes. So, because it would be much more beneficial for me to be able to record then download the VOD later, especially since the VOD's 1080p 60. That isn't really going to cut it for the YouTube video portion, in my opinion. I don't want it to be that quality. I want it to be a higher quality. Yeah, I appreciate it. Just giving you a heads up. Make sure we're all good though too. I think the car is nice. I think that's about good. All right, let's see here. I always get nervous when I'm going to start recording, even though I'm live already. Isn't that a weird thing that happens? It's like I'm technically being recorded right this second. But when I hit the record button, mushmouth comes out. And this is the 2020, right? GR Super? Yes, it is. Okay, let's see. Are we going to destroy our stream? Let's find out. Oh, I need to add a record button to my Stream Deck. Where is my OBS plugin? OBS Studio Record. There it is. Okay, moment of truth. I'm scared. Here we go. Okay. Oh, no. Oh, I think it's bad. Oh, I think it's bad, boys. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, that's not gonna cut it. No, that's not gonna cut it. Yep. 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 Okay, the recording is done. Though I think the stream is gonna stay destroyed until I reset it. Audio is still fine. Yup, that seems to happen. Oop, did the video return to normal? I don't have to nuke it. I don't think I have to nuke the stream. Let me get like motion going here. Hold on. I think the video returned to normal now that I've killed the recording. Okay, yeah, I think we're back to normal. Yeah, so I have something going on that's preventing me from doing that. I wonder if it's because I'm multi-streaming, so doing 2 different streams plus the recording might just be too much. I'll have to look into that. That makes me want to reconsider, because I don't know how well a 1080p stream is gonna look when I download the VOD to chop it up. Marky, you're on the YouTube side of it. Are you watching in 1080p right now? Hey, Fancy. What's up? How you doing? How does it look in 1080p over on YouTube? Does it look, doesn't look smushy or anything, does it? Just playing Helldivers? Nice. I haven't played that in a minute. That's a good game. No, it looks great. Well, let's try it, I guess. Worst case scenario, since I'm not trying to make the world's longest video here, we could always just, record another one, right? Okay. I'm gonna put a marker there. There we go. Okay. So, hey YouTube, it's the Rift Mage. Today I'm bringing you guys a Toyota 2020 GR Supra Drift Tune. Okay, let's see here. Let's get some clips first. I'm gonna try and make this video a little quicker. Alright, there's a lap. Stream's not lagging. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Right. Let's go over the car now. So as you guys can see, this car drifts amazing. I'm gonna go over some of the parts that I put on this tune, and then I'm gonna go over the actual tune of the car so you can copy it and adjust it to your liking, but I'll also include a share code at the end of the video. So in this car, we did swap out the engine to the 6.2 liter V8. I've been loving this engine block for drift tunes. It's very well balanced, and you don't need to add any forced induction to it, which is kind of cool. And as I said, we're keeping the car naturally aspirated, so no turbos, no supercharger. We stayed rear-wheel drive, and we did not put the body kit on it. Car's aero is all stock. We are running snow tires for this particular build, which is pretty common for most of my builds. And we are, I believe, on stock tire width for both the front and rear. We did not space out the track width at all, left it stock. Most of this car is race parts where you can get it. If there's a drift part, put the drift part on it. So race clutch, drift transmission, drift differential, race driveline. That's going to stay consistent for the most of the car. Race brakes, so we have total tuning over the biasing. This helps greatly when you're trying to do things like left foot braking. Drift springs, race sway bars. Roll cage has been installed. And we have done a full racing weight reduction on this car. The Supra is a very heavy car. Without the weight reduction, we're almost 3,500 pounds. That's pretty intense. Even with the weight reduction, we're just under 3,000 at 2,850. So this was necessary. I believe for all of our parts in here, we have raced them out. Every single thing here that can be a race part is a race part. If you wanted to tune this car down slightly to fit into some kind of restraint for a challenge or something, I would recommend definitely getting the race cams, and then you could probably make do with backing off with some of the other parts to lower the horsepower. As it stands, this car is not wildly out of control because we're not using forced induction. It's still higher at 660 horsepower, but it's not obnoxious once, you know, you're in like the 1,000 plus range. I'll briefly go over some of the tuning settings on this car. I'm not going to get too in detail. I have a lot of videos breaking down what every single parameter controls in a car, so if you do want more information, you could check out one of those videos. I suggest my ultimate drift tuning guide. Where is it? Custom tuning. Here we go. So to get the car sliding in a way that I think is very comfy, this is the tire pressure that we ended up with. Slightly less pressure in the rear, which seems to give me just a little tiny bit more control when I'm on the throttle and keeping the car sideways. This was a good gearing ratio, which lets me stay in second and third gear for most courses. Here's the alignment we ended up with. I noticed just before making this, we were at about a positive 0.2 toe out in the front. And I noticed that was just making the car over rotate ever so slightly. I found backing this into the toe in territory of just negative 0.1 was enough to make this car kind of just reel it back in, and it feels really, really good. So this is what we ended up with all of our settings here. Here's our anti-roll bars. This made the car, this along with the springs and damping settings, all kind of leveled out to really feel the car's weight shift when you are transitioning from side to side or doing things like adding brake during a drift and how the car's weight will push back forward. So here's where we ended up there. There's our spring settings. We almost always favor the ratio of having a stiffer front end to a little bit softer of a rear end. That's going to stay consistent on almost all of my builds between the anti-roll bars, the springs, and the damping settings. Feel free to pause and copy anything that you want to, but again, the share code will be at the end of the video. Aero doesn't exist on this car. Tuning your brake biasing is going to depend on the racing wheel or controller setup that you are on. I found for me, tuning with a brake bias of around 80%, meaning that the front brakes are doing 80% of the work. This is going to help you not over rotate. You're not going to spin out and oversteer when you are laying on the brakes and drifting. And then simultaneously, we turn down the braking force to about half, and this allows you to not give too much braking input accidentally. This kind of just gives you some mercy, so that way you're not overdoing it by accident when you're focusing on everything else. And then the differential settings that we ended up with, and then this kept us from constantly being like push straight while trying to maintain long sideways drifts. All right, let's upload this tuning setup. Boys, we need a name. What should we call this? Let's call it, let's see here. S-Class Snow Tire Drift. You've never played Forza, so this is kind of an introduction. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a little odd that we do Zelda content or just RPG Nintendo stuff, and then we do sim racing. I'm gonna see how long the two of those things last or together. So I don't know. We'll see. It's fun to shake it up. Being what do they call it? Variety streamer is kind of brutal. So I don't know. It was all new to me. We're just having fun, and it seems like a lot of you guys are having fun. So hell yeah. Name. S-Class Snow Tire Drift. Drift. Somebody give me a noun. Drift alien. Done. You've contributed. Thank you for your service. Drift. I would say, honestly, it's pretty average. You can kind of do whatever you want with it. Good all around. I guess that fits it. Let's go. Share the file. Nope, not that button. My tuning setups. Here we go. So as promised, here's the share code. Give it a download, try out the car, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. I think this is great for intermediate level to maybe slightly more advanced. It seems that this car definitely rotates a little bit more consistently when using techniques like left foot braking while you're drifting. Not 100% necessary, but I think you will find that the car controls really, really well when you do introduce a little bit of that. So your mileage may vary. Anyways, I appreciate you watching it. I hope you like the build, and I'll see you in the next one. There you go. All right, we did it, boys. I think the first YouTube video I've recorded on Twitch, or well live, you witnessed in real time. How about that? Did you guys like my YouTube voice? Was it different than my Twitch voice? I think it is different. There's another streamer that I like to watch that does like old RPG game content. And his chat always grills him when he does his YouTube videos because he turns on his YouTube voice and they're all like, uh-oh, here's Mr. YouTube's back. No, I mean, you kept that upbeat energy. Oh, I'm trying. Thank you. I'm glad it stood out. Or at least I'm glad it wasn't painfully awkward. Did you guys ever get the impression that streamers are like they just kind of know what they're doing? Like they hit go live and that character just comes out and it's natural? Because I got that vibe that like when most of these people who are good hit live, it's just built in them to act that way. And it's still a little odd. Still a little odd for me. But we're having fun with it. It's good, you know? That upbeat energy, though, I think is critical. I don't think anybody wants to tune into a stream, or at least the majority probably doesn't want to tune into a stream for a very low energy kind of thing. That being said, I think there is a balance between being upbeat and high energy and then being like ridiculously off the top like Burnt Peanut, which is not a knock. Peanut's fucking awesome. I love Peanut, and that works for him. But I think like if someone like me tried to copy that, I'd look like a total jackass. That's his thing. Alright, kind of just want to slide around now. Let's pick one of our fun cars and just do some sideways and see if any of my boys are around. I don't think any of the boys are around. Yeah, I don't see any of the boys around. Might just be us today. Nice and quiet. Sometimes we get some silly gooses on and we do some stuff. Let's pick a car. Hey, I was telling you guys about the Chevy earlier, right? Let's drive the Camaro. Let us go back to our drift hideout. There we go. I got a question. What do the channel point rewards do? Most of my channel point rewards are just silly stuff. Some of the voice lines just yell things out that everybody can hear. Some of them are funny. Some of them insult me. And then the other ones are just silly little meme videos. The more expensive ones are videos, and the less expensive ones are just sound clips. Just a couple silly things. I know there's a lot of apps that streamers use that do a very similar thing where you donate and tip real money to get those things to pop up. Right now, though, I just have it as a reward for people who hang out in Twitch and just watch the stream. The only things I have that are behind a paywall right now are I did create 2 new subscriber emotes, which I thought were kind of neat. One of the ones we animated, we did ourselves, actually, which is kind of cool, because I am not a graphics designer, but I will show you, because I love showing it off. Little treble clef, which we drew up, and then animated the color change, which was kind of neat. Those are my subscriber-only ones. But that's it. That and the little shield guy are the only 2 things. Everything else, you either are just a follower, or you just hang out and chat and watch. There's the shield. They're kind of cool. I figured, because I hit affiliate a long time ago, and I just was never, like, committed to streaming. But it wasn't until literally, like, 2 days ago that I actually had something that rewards somebody for subscribing to my channel. I feel like it was a good time to get something for that. Gosh darn, I love this Camaro. If I had to only pick one car that I got to keep in this game, it would have to be this bad boy. This thing drives like a dream. Why does it say my encoding settings are overloaded? What are you doing to me, Mr. OBS? Why are you being silly? Things are being silly. This is probably because I tried to use the recording function while being live earlier when I knew that was a mistake. I don't think I can solve that in real time, can I? Let's try. Ooh, maybe I can solve this one in real time. Normally, I don't have control of that while the stream's live. I wonder if that solved it. Did I break it or did I fix it? I'm getting better at fixing this kind of crap in real time. Every day, OBS has something new and fun it wants me to solve while being live. There we go. I think we fixed whatever that nonsense was. Gremlins in the machines. As always. oh. Here we go. That tunnel is the most difficult part of this track. You gotta get in the right angle and have just the right amount of speed through that straight part. Otherwise, you're gonna clip that corner and bad things happen. Go. Ooh, boys, you know what we need to do? We need to get a thumbnail. We got to get back in that Supra at some point and find a cool spot to park and photo mode a cool thumbnail. We'll do that in a minute. I'm totally gonna forget. If anybody is listening to the ramblings of a madman right now, don't let me forget. Oh yeah. Here we go. Let's see, when's the shift? Now. And back down. Ooh, that was a big flick. And up we go. I remember there was a time, and it wasn't that long ago, where when I started drifting on sim racing video games, I couldn't do one single corner. Not one corner could I get sideways around it without spinning out. And so I grinded and grinded and grinded. Hours on hours across days and weeks. And when I finally got that first corner, I was over the moon, to say the least. So I remember the struggle. And some of my boys just got their very first wheel set up for sim racing. And so they're learning and they're going through the struggle. And seeing one of my boys in particular, Mr. Ray, he's very new to drifting. Drifting wasn't really his thing. He got a racing wheel as a hand-me-down from a family member, and he was having a really great time just driving around, doing racing the way Forza intended you to. And then comes me. I got him into drifting. hey buddy, come get sideways with me. Day after day after day. And I could see him struggling. I could see him, you know, getting down. Shit just not working out. But he kept at it. Ray has made so much progress. There are moments where I can't tell if it's him when he's driving the same car as one of my other buddies, Mr. Style, who I think is, out of my little group of drift goons, Mr. Style, I believe, is the most senior, which also coincidentally is the most, what's the best way to say it? He's really good. He's really good. And so Mr. Ray will have these moments where he just locks in. He just locks in. He goes from, like, struggling on a corner or two to Lincoln 3 or 4, like the best I've ever seen. So to see him in real time improving every single time he gets on is such a cool thing. And he's having more and more fun, and that's the most important part. I really want to stream, but I also want to watch the older Zelda VODs. What should I do? Porque no los dos, amigo. Could always keep the stream up on one side of your screen and throw the Zelda VOD up on the other side of the screen. That's a lot of Rift Mage, though. I don't know if I'm entertaining enough to hold both sides of your screen simultaneously. I'm not sure. How far behind on the Zelda VODs are you? I think the last day we did was day 6. And then tonight will be day 7. My laptop broke though. Oh crap. You're on day 2? Oh baby, you've got... If you plan on catching all the way up, you've got... Oh my god. Most of those videos from day 3, 4, 5, and 6 are like between 3 and like 6 hours long. You might be gone for a while watching those. Your view time counts. I love that you guys go back and watch the VODs. I appreciate it. The whole road to Twitch affiliate, or not Twitch, YouTube affiliate or partner or whatever the hell they call it. One of the statistics, besides having 1,000 subscribers, is having some amount of view time on your videos. I don't remember what it is. It's a lot though. What's kind of frustrating for a YouTuber is that YouTube still runs ads on your videos. But until you are like their affiliate or whatever the hell, they just take it all. So you guys have to watch ads, and then the content creator doesn't even get the ad revenue from it, which is mind-boggling to me. So, any time spent watching a VOD, I appreciate greatly if you're having fun. If it's not that fun, I don't want you to really watch it, though. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to whore out that hard. Marky World's back. 14 Guardians were chasing me, so I had to parry the lasers back. Oh dear. Yeah, I don't think I have it in me yet to be able to do all that. I still pressed the wrong button, just trying to use my Ultra Hand abilities. The Tears of the Kingdom controls just are not clicking in my brain yet. Did you play Breath of the Wild? I did, around when it first came out. So, most of the gory details have been lost in my mind. There's some things that stand out. I did beat the game. But, a lot of it I have forgotten. I think there will come a point when we play Breath of the Wild, though I think it'll probably be a Master Quest playthrough, if I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I don't know when that's gonna be, though, because what's on the horizon for me... That's a Forza joke, by the way. What's on the horizon is, Ocarina of Time, 10,000%. That is my favorite game of all time, which I know is a super unique take and not tons and tons of people feel that way as well. That's on the agenda when it comes out. Obviously, Tears of the Kingdom, we need to beat before going anywhere else, because I don't want to leave that playthrough in progress. I don't want to do that. I really want to do either Link's Awakening with the Switch 2 upgrade. I guess that wasn't really an upgrade, right? It was just a patch that they applied for free, which is cool. No complaints. I really want to replay that one on stream. That's going to be fantastic. But I kind of also want to play the OG Link to the Past. As far as Zelda is concerned, that's a lot of Zelda games and a lot of time that's going to be spent doing Zelda stuff. So, too long, didn't read. We got to finish Tears of the Kingdom, and then if Ocarina's still not out, maybe we will do Link's Awakening and or A Link to the Past. If Ocarina does come out, hell is freezing over, we're pausing just about everything, and we're jumping immediately into Ocarina of Time. Oh, Master Mode? Yes. Yeah, probably. What about Wind Waker? That's another game I played when it came out. So I still have it on my GameCube, which is kind of cool. But I don't have a capture card. I just realized that can take that. I only have HDMI inputs. I bet you there's an adapter that I could use to do VGA for the GameCube out to HDMI, and then send that to my capture card if we ever wanted to play legit GameCube on stream, which I feel like is kind of cool nowadays. It's pretty retro, right? Wind Waker is a top tier game. Wind Waker is such a good game. Oops. I think it's on Wii and Wii U. I think you're right. Didn't Wind Waker come out with a hybrid disc on Wii? It was Wind Waker and Ocarina of Time? Or am I thinking of GameCube? There was an Ocarina, like, dual disc thing, and I don't remember what it was. Can't remember. We're going back a while. I feel like it was Ocarina and Wind Waker on Wii, but I guess it could have been GameCube or something. This had to be 20 years already, at least. And Wii U, I never actually did Wii U. I kind of fell off the Nintendo stuff during that era of Wii and Wii U. Wasn't too much my thing back then. How was your 4th? It was good, man. We hung out, spent some time with my fiance. She's been busy. She works a lot. She's a lovely person. She works. She's a nurse. She's too good for me. I say it all the time. She just doesn't listen, which I guess works in my favor. But she was off, so we hung out. Watched a little bit of the fireworks outside. Made some delicious chickens. And we just kind of hung out. It was a good time. Good time. Spent some time with the family. Not too bad. How was your 4th? Oh, there we go. That was good. Big old angle. Boring? Sorry to hear it, man. Maybe next year you could do something for it. What, did you want to go somewhere? Or get fireworks? Or what would have fixed your 4th of July? I forgot to go to a party. Whoopsies. So I just stayed at home. As an introvert, I support your decisions. Parties stress me out. Socializing stresses me out. Being on stream socializing is an interesting one. I feel like a lot of people who do content creation are a little socially awkward. So, the fact that they entertain tons and tons and tons of people is kind of a weird... It's weird how that works. I guess it's made better by the fact that we're all existing peacefully alone in our own homes, separately. Kind of an interesting thing. Don't post where you live. I don't want to know specifics of where you live. However, are you in a fireworks are legal state, or are you in a fireworks are illegal state? I live in a fireworks are legal state, so not that it ever mattered. I used to live in a fireworks are illegal state, and all night long things are blowing up left, right, center till 3 o'clock in the morning. So I guess it doesn't really matter that much. But where I am now, oh baby. I think every one of my neighbors must have blew up their tax return in fireworks. Legal. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I love fireworks. They're fun. One of my neighbors had got his hand on some proper old school M80s, which was kind of cool. Those were ricocheting, or the sound was ricocheting off the side of my house all night. He was having a blast. That was a good time. Do you have a favorite kind of firework? I love the big, like, sky aerial bombs. I love those. Especially the ones that are, like, multi-stage, where they go up, they blow up into a big color bomb, and then they delay into, like, a different color bomb. I think that stuff's so cool. That and, like, the old school lady fingers. I love those. You know what I'm talking about? The old lady fingers? I don't know what else you would call the lady fingers. That's the only thing I've ever known them by, so I don't know if that was a universal thing or not. What? How did... Okay, alright, hold on. What does that even mean? What? I know what you're talking about. I used ladyfingers to make tiramisu. What? What? Is that clear to anybody else and I'm just having a stroke? What does that mean? I would love to hear this one. That last comment, you said you used ladyfingers to make tiramisu. I don't know if that is a... I don't... How does that work? Ladyfingers are like firecrackers, you know? The like strand of a bunch of little firecrackers you light and they go ba 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 ba. You know what I'm talking about? Go get that Supra and find a spot to get a thumbnail. Oh, I thought you meant the cookies. Yeah, okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Yeah, no. Firecrackers. They're like a strand. They're a long strand, and then there's a bunch of little tiny firecrackers off of both sides of it. So you light one end, and then it just blows up like 30 little firecrackers in a row. It's like a machine gun. I love those little things. Where do we think we'll get a good picture? Kind of like the northwest up here, without it. Well, I guess it's all gonna be snowy, right? Let's see what's up here. See what it looks like up there. Let's also get our controller out, because it's much easier to take a picture with Mr. Controller. Maybe, maybe? Let's see. How's our surroundings look here? Ooh, I kind of like this. The white background is going to be nice too. Ooh. Ooh. I think we hit a wiener. Ooh, boys. Yeah, I think this is a good spot. Let's give ourselves some mercy. I can always zoom in for the thumbnail. Yeah, I like that. That's a good picture. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Let's grab one of these for later before I forget. And let's post it in my Discord for safekeeping. Forza thumbnails. 2020 GR Supra Dupra. Boop. Yep, that'll do it. Well, that was the fastest I've ever got a thumbnail that I liked, so that's cool. Boo, car. Dave, I missed you the other night. Boo, cars. I felt that way too. I went to school for cars. My life was all cars at one point, and as such, I hated cars. You know they say mechanics always have the shittiest cars. Do it all day long and you never want to touch it. Ugh. Put the controller back. Oh, Lord. Well, now I'm hesitant to even ask. Dave, do you have a favorite car? That's any profession. Accurate. I'm a musician. I worked professionally in the music industry as well. Guess who didn't touch their guitar for 5 years because of it? Riff Mage. Someone does something for a living, they don't do it at home. This is probably 95% true. My man is accurate. It is accurate. I was gonna say, do you have a favorite car? Something that might be in a racing game? Forza doesn't have everything, but it does have a good bit. If it's really, like, obscure, probably won't have it. But I'm down to try making a new silly drift car, maybe. Not a huge car person? Don't worry about it. Yep, no worries then. No worries. I appreciate you coming by. Missed you the other night. I figured you were probably busy getting ready for 4th of July stuff. I know you hung out on our day 6 video way too late with your chicken tenders. We were all a little irresponsible. But, yeah. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. We had a good 4th of July. How was your 4th, Dave? Did you do anything special, or did you just hang out and keep it quiet? I like the ones that don't kill me when I drive them. That's a good baseline. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be killed by my car. One of the first drift tunes I did in this game, before I had a really deep understanding, was this Mustang. This looks just like the car I drive in real life. Though this is a much nicer variant of the car. This is a dark horse. We can't afford that. This is like a $80,000, $90,000 Mustang. What's going on? Did I go the wrong direction? Interesting. I want to see how this car holds up compared to some of my newer tunes. I'm a boring person. I don't know if I'd go that far, but I'm sure, as most of us, you probably have enough expensive hobbies that cars doesn't need to be one. Oh yeah, this car is definitely different. This is definitely from the era of me still figuring out how to tune in Forza. Which is kind of neat, because it still works. Though it does feel different. I can't wait to open up the tuning menu and see what I did on this. This one feels very safe. Wow, this actually gets sideways pretty good. I did alright. Drift Mage guys, not half bad, huh? I have a $3,000 gaming PC I've never used. I feel that. Other than the never used part. I beat the snot out of my gaming PC. Case in point, streaming it. Isn't that the fun part? I don't know if this is the situation or not, but what seems to be a common trend is becoming an adult sometimes means you can afford all of the cool, fun toys that you wanted when you were a younger man. Except, the time goes away, and you have other shit in the way that kind of prevents you from doing that. So now you end up with all these cool toys that you're just too exhausted to use or to think about after you're done working and doing other things, and you just kind of want to relax. Like I said, don't know if that's the situation, but that does seem to happen very often. It has 600 LEDs in it. Yeah, you got some rainbow vomit going. You got like 9 different RGB fans in that puppy lighting her up. I do like my RGB still. I will say I have completely grown out of water cooling. That was years ago, though. I hate AIOs and all of that. Like, what a high maintenance pain in the ass that is. This is mostly a gaming industry issue and lack of games I want to play. Yeah, that's understandable. I know you're into Zelda and stuff. What, I take it shooters probably aren't your things too much these days, but like, what kind of stuff do you want to see? Barring, obviously, new cool, like, Zelda games and that kind of thing, because I know you want that. We've talked about that. I was really happy for this Forza to come out, because I felt that, for racing games. The last racing game that, like, PC had that was, like, a main AAA release, use that word loosely, was the release of Forza Motorsport that they did like 2 or 3 years ago. And that was poop garbage. I didn't even buy that. That game was brutal. Well, I've watched some people play that, man, oh my god. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but I've been itching for a racing game that's modernized, because we still play some older racing games, which are pretty cool. Everything in it is RGB. Yes. MSI case. I like MSI. MicroStar's pretty solid. 5070 Ti. Twin. DDR5 32 gigs. Delicious. No water cooling. My man. My man. Yeah, I'm over water cooling. Overrated. Overrated. Overpriced. Much easier to take a can of air or a vacuum cleaner to the inside of my PC than having to service a water system. Even if they say they're not to be serviced, there will come a time where that 5-6-year-old liquid inside your AIO is not doing too hot. And with an air cool, all you gotta do is blow that sumbitch out. She's back to work. 3 140s on top. Oh my god, dude. Your computer's an airplane. 3 140s on top for exhaust. 3 120s on bottom intake. 120 exhaust. So that's probably the back fan. 3 side intakes. And 2 CPU fans. This is about standard. Other than the 3 exhaust fans on top. That's intense. Nice. Cool. I bet you the thermals on that puppy stay really nice. The 5070 Ti, I'm kind of impressed. It doesn't run too super duper hot. Comparatively, at least. What chip are you running? So I'm AMD on the processing side, and something that I really like about the 9000 series, I got a 9800X3D. Something I really like about that chip is it loves when you undervolt it. So I've actually have mine pretty heavily undervolted, and I gained performance because of it. So less power gave me more performance because it's more thermally regulated. It doesn't get as hot. That chip loves it. So my computer runs very cool. everything. LED strips, RGB fans, motherboard RGB, case, RAM. Nice. Is it all rainbow vomited, or you got like a color theme going? Mine's just, I keep mine a static green color. But I didn't go overboard. I got a really, really nice ventilated case. So I've got two 140s in the front. I've got two 120s on the bottom. Two CPU fans. And then one 120 in the back for exhaust, and that's it. I leave the tops just open. And my thermals are fantastic. 9600X, that's a solid chip. I think those also like to be undervolted. The AMD stuff runs a little toasty. And it's always a weird thing, where it's like, you're gonna give the component less power and it's gonna give you more performance. Always an interesting battle because of thermal issues. But I think the 9600 and 9700X all enjoy the undervolting as much as like the 9000 series X3D chips. I'm assuming you're a computer nerd and understand all of the shit I'm saying based on your computer and its build. I also have this suspicion you're like an IT guy. I don't think you've ever actually mentioned it, but I have it in my head that you're Dave, like an IT guru. I actually had to order a Chinese LED controller that was difficult to acquire. An LED controller? Interesting. Are all of your like fan connectors and stuff not ARGB? Because I think most modern motherboards have 3 different inputs for that kind of thing, and I believe each input can support, I believe, 3 devices before you start getting into too much power draw. I think it's like 2 to 3. So normally you could run like 9 fans. What are you working with? 3, 6, 9. Oh, you got like 12 fans. All right, yeah, all right. So I could already see how you're hitting a limit on what your motherboard supports and why you would need some kind of controller for it. The controller is supposed to allow me to control all of the lights together and change any of them. That's what ARGB does too, if you have enough headers to support them at least. But that's cool, at least the controller functions. We got that done. Some of those controllers are a pain in the ass. Like the Lian Li, like RGB fan controllers and stuff. Those are just a pain in my butt. You've messed around with undervolting? Right on, right on. Yeah, I guess it's like your mileage may vary kind of thing. Do you know what you're doing? Get it running nice. Alright, I'm really curious. We're gonna tuck this lap in, and then I'm gonna look at the tuning to see what I actually did on this car back in the day. Let's go through one of Riff's old tunes. It's all ARGB. Minus 2 of the LED strips. Gotcha. Yeah, the invention, or rather the implementation of ARGB was a nice surprise. That was something I wasn't aware of when I did a modern build. But that made controlling the computer right off, like, right out of the build, right away, super easy. ARGB was nice. Have everything all linked together from different ecosystems immediately. I had to do a lot of research on power for the fans and LEDs to make sure I wasn't pulling too many amps. For sure. Yeah, I forget what it was per header. Usually it's like 2 or 3, I'm pretty sure. LE32 is what I got for the LEDs. Nice. Yeah, we kept it simple, so I didn't want to do any third-party stuff, so I was like, you know what? I've got, was it 5? No, only 4 of my fans are ARGB, and the rest of them are no RGB. My bottom case fans that suck up cool air to go into, to feed my graphics card, those are non-RGB, because they're in the bottom of the case anyways, and then my exhaust fan was just what I had laying around, which is not RGB either. So mine sits on a little box underneath the desk, so it's at least up off the carpet, because you know, that's bad for any newer computer guys. You really don't want your computer on the floor, but if it is on the floor, you do not want it on carpet. So if that's new for anybody listening, put something underneath it. It'll probably help you in the long run and keep a little bit more dust out of your computer. So I was gonna do something. My brain just went to mush. But I'm jamming. I'm enjoying our synthwave in the background that YouTube can't hear. Oh yeah, we were gonna look at our tune. That's what we were doing. Yeah, I need a sippy poo. That's what I need. Some water. I'm enjoying driving time today, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really itchy to tear into some Zelda. But alas, we're saving that for later. Should be able to make it do cool patterns, not rainbow vomit. Yeah, I bet you there's already a ton of... There's a couple cool open source like RGB controlling softwares that I've seen. Because mine is so simple, Windows actually has a built-in ARGB control system now, which is kind of cool. So I just use that one. I know in the past I have used like MSI's, the Mystic Light that they do. Don't like it. Most of like the motherboard control softwares that I've seen, I haven't really been the biggest fan of. They're all kind of bulky and clunky. Controller you have takes 2 Molex power, so 2 connectors. That's good. I don't remember the like how many fans 1 Molex adapter powers. I don't remember that ratio. I had to get a second one. Yeah, people always compare like PC building to like adult Legos, and I kind of agree, to be honest with you. It is. It's like tinkering Legos with it for adults. All right, let's see what we did here. I know I'm on snow tires, so 33 is 27, so nothing too unusual there. Pretty high gear ratio, but the car didn't feel out of control. Oh, I can see third gear is a little longer than I normally would put it these days. I think, well, let's try and bump that down just a tick or two. Let's try that. Minimal. Wow, that's a lot of front toe out. This is a lot more aggressive than I would tune these days. Kind of cool. Same ratio. Same ratios. It's a lot of rake. 4 to 5.5. It leans forward a bit. That's nice. Rebound, that's all pretty standard. Braking. I'm gonna adjust that more for how I like my cars to be these days. That seems to be a sweet spot, right? There. Nope. Come on. Right there. And 100, huh? I'm not feeling it straighten me out, so let's keep that. Let's see if that how we could feel on that third gear change. Going to a friend's house? Right on, man. Have fun, have fun. Enjoy your Saturday. I'll see you around later if you're gonna be back for Zelda or not. Otherwise, have yourself a good day. The Molex is just for the LEDs. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Hell yeah, I'll be back. I appreciate you. You're a good man. You're a good man. This is interesting how much I have the alignment on this car, and it handles nice. It's not an oversteer monster. It's actually really solid. Now I'm starting to think I might not be on snow tires. We'll have to go to the shop and check. Third gear to get through the tunnel. Back down to second gear. That braking change was huge. So much more comfy. MSI mag. PZ is the case. Check it out. Definitely, definitely. I haven't built in an MSI case yet. Right now I'm in a Leon Lee, I believe it's the 207, which was a wonderful budget case. It was like 80 bucks, came with fans, but the thermals in it are just absurdly nice, like unbelievably nice. And it was a very easy case to build in. And I think I went gigabyte on my motherboard this go around. It had the right amount of header, or not headers, the back I/O had the correct amount for what I wanted, and it also supported the right amount of onboard like NVMe drives, because that was something that was very important to me, was making sure that I had the right SSD lanes going not through my chipset, because I have 3 internal drives that are mounted directly to my board, because my rig is kind of a multi-purpose machine. It's a gaming machine, it's an editing, streaming machine, and it's also a music recording machine. So I need all of those drives to be pretty much on top of their game, and I got lucky. Especially while having like a 5070 Ti in it, I wanted to make absolutely sure we didn't reduce the throughput of that bad boy. Because that's the thing. If you connect too many drives to your computer that share lanes with your main PCI slot, where your graphics card's mounted in, I'm sure Dave already knows this. But if you do that, you reduce how much throughput that PCI slot has, and if it's like a by 16 slot, it'll half it down to 8, or worse, depending. So that was something that was important. MSI 5070 OC edition, nice. I've got the MSI 5070 Ti Ventus? Not the Ventus, the one above the Ventus? I think it's a Ventus. I don't really remember. I got whatever came in stock when I could afford it, back when it like was first coming out. Dual chamber case? Nice, I've been seeing those. Does it have the glass panel on both sides? Or is it still just the internal side? Some of the newer cases that have like the main side glass panel, but then like like it's like a front glass panel that wraps around to the back, I've seen. I like PC building. I wish I could do it more often, but there's no reason to, and in the current and foreseeable future of electronics parts, PC building kind of sucks now. Kind of has for the last few years. There was this really small window, which I guess I got lucky. I built my computer right in the window of when I could buy 64 gigs of RAM for like 120 bucks. That was fantastic. We got very lucky when we built this. I had a feeling too. I was like, you know what? Now's the time. We upgraded from a 1080 Ti to a 5070 Ti, along with all of the accompaniments, obviously, too. It wasn't just a graphics card upgrade, but... yeah, now RAM is absurd. It's very silly. I'm pretty sure my kit of RAM, 64 gigs of DDR5 at 6,000 mega transfers. Nerding out here with those numbers, right? I legitimately think I paid like 120 to like 150 bucks for that when I bought it sometime last year. I think that kit now is, yeah, it's about $1,000. Maybe a little less now. Maybe not. I haven't looked because it's been depressing. Could be more. Storage is screwed too. I can't believe how much like my NVMe drives, those doubled in price. This car drives amazing. I'm shocked. There's a website that a guy made himself that shows the lane speeds on motherboards so you could figure out which inputs don't share lanes. That would have been really handy. I did it all manually by finding the motherboards that had the correct amount of I/O that I wanted, and then opening up or downloading their manuals and just manually making sure that it did exactly that. So that would have been nice to know that there was a tool for it. But yeah, I guess we did it the old school way. The tried and true way. Open the friggin' user's manual up and figure it out. The case wraps around from the front to the side. Nice. Very cool. I'd love to be able to, for my next build, to do like a smaller form factor one. Shortly after I did mine, we built a very similar rig for a buddy of mine who did I forget the exact model, but he found this really cool Jones Bow brand case, which I know they're getting more popular these days with smaller form factor builds. His is awesome. He still got to use all full-size parts other than needing just the micro ATX board. But other than that, he still gets to put a full-size, I think he has a 4080 or a 4070 Ti, which is a big-ass card. Like, he still got to put that in there, a full-size air cooler. And it's just this smaller, nice little thing because he travels a lot for work, and he didn't want to do a gaming laptop because where he stays for work when he travels, he already has like a screen set up, so all he has to bring is his little micro rig, and that works perfect for him. Sounds like you got a great machine for cheap. Yeah, I got very lucky when I built mine. My computer, I mean, the specs are on my Twitch page, so it's not like it's like some secret build or anything like that. And I think I've already said most of it. 5070 Ti, 9800 X3D, 64 gigs, 6,000 mega transfers, 6 terabytes split between 3 NVMe drives, so 2 and 2. It was like $2,000, right? And that's going to be probably at least a 6-year build. At least a 6-year build, like minimum. I got like 8 years out of my 1080 Ti build, which is insane, and it still functions great. But I think now that's like... I think that's like a $3,500 build, if I'm not lying. Like I said, I haven't been keeping up too hard in the last month or two with how astronomical RAM has gotten and storage. But with the doubling and or more of those components on their own, I would bet you this is probably around a $3,500 build, which is ridiculous, and this is not worth $3,500 in my opinion. I gotta go. I'm about to jump in a pool, dude. Enjoy. Yeah, don't short your phone out because you left it in your pocket. Have fun, man. I appreciate you hanging out, Fancy. I'll see you later on. I'm still using my older $1,300 DDR4 machine with a 6850 and 8GB AMD. Yup. I've got, so my main tower is where it is, and then my old rig with my 1080 Ti is literally just directly next to it. And I'm gonna set up my lady on that one, because she's been getting into gaming because of me, and she's loving it on her own. But she's a big Nintendo Switch girl now. She's not a computer person per se. Her like main little thing is a little MacBook, which is kind of cool, but she's not into PC. So I was hoping to just kind of set up my other rig as just like a little dedicated gaming machine that she could hop on and play some stuff with me that is not supported on Mac. So that'll be fun. And I feel like the, what is in it? It's a 1080 Ti with an 8700K, and I think it has 32 gigs of DDR4. It's still a great gaming machine, honestly. We're not trying to push like 4K ray tracing on it. Like that's not the goal of that machine at all. So I think we'll get a lot more years of service out of that box, and she'll have some fun with it. Right now, it's more difficult to find the space to set it up and get another monitor in the office to do it. That's kind of where I'm struggling. You're using a Jones Bow Infinity mirror fans. Nice. How do you liking them? I haven't done any of the Jones Bow stuff yet. The only thing I know about it is the case that my friend got, and which he loves. I don't think it came with fans. I don't think it came with fans when he bought it, so I'm not sure what he put in them. The only fans I've heard of that are kind of nightmares are the Lee and Lee fans, which is upsetting because those came stock in my Lian Li case. But so far, no issues, knock on wood. I push my old machine to do 4K 60 whenever it can. Hell yeah. Mine's in retirement mode, so we've turned off all the overclocking, and we let it run 1080p, 2K max. She's taking it easy in her retirement years. I haven't used the fans very long, but they seem good. That's good. Time will tell. I will say I'm not a Corsair fanboy, but I've never had issues with like the Corsair fans, so that's kind of cool. They're good. But I will say the IQ, I think Corsair calls it, they're like RGB ecosystem controller, fan controller, whatever. Yuck. Yuck. Unless they improved it, which I doubt it. That was one bloaty ass piece of software. I have 2 Lian Li Infinity Mirror fans on the CPU cooler. I hope they last for you. Cause same, that's my fans are the stock thermal right or thermal take, whatever, that does the Peerless Assassin. So I got thermal right fans on that bad boy. And then all my case fans are the Lian Li ones. So I hope, as much as you, that our Lian Li fans stay working. Though I guess they're not the most expensive part to repair. But yeah, I would just prefer not to have to repair them or replace them if need be. I'm sure they'll be fine. Speaking of fans and stuff, my computer is due for a bath. I gotta disconnect this puppy and take her outside and give her a proper cleaning. She's been working away every single day for me, and I haven't given it a proper dusting in probably about 7 or 8 months, so she dirty. She dirty. Guys, I'm loving this Mustang again. I wanted to switch to another one of my old builds. I got a 350Z that I did. That was the first tune I ever did. Look at that. Float the front tire even. Oh my god. I've been having so much fun. I lost count of how many laps we've done in this thing, but I feel like I've been sliding non-stop and bullshitting for the last like 25 minutes in this car. I've had some computers die because I didn't clean them. Yeah, that'll happen. That can happen. It's good to blow them out at least once a year. You don't have to. I've definitely not blown out a computer for, 2-3 years. Or longer, you don't have to. But, if you're somebody who monitors your system pretty, semi-closely, like thermals and things like that, usually you'll start getting some tells. You'll start noticing your computer's being a little warmer than it typically is, and that's usually a good first sign. You'd be like, hey, maybe you should go open it up and clean it out. Not that you don't already know that. I know Dave knows that. Always like to break stuff down for some of the guys that might not be the biggest computer geeks. I've been doing computer building and this type of stuff. Not that I'm an expert, but I've been doing it for... 2026? I don't know. 20 years? Somewhere along the lines of 20 years? So, not the longest, but definitely not new to it. We've learned a lot of tips and stuff in the journey. A lot of shit's changed over the years. I was young and dumb and didn't realize. Yeah, it happens. It happens. If you live, like, where it's really humid, like I live where it's really humid, if your computer gets really, really dusty, that could cause a problem. Because that dust might start holding moisture. And if you got a lot of dust settling on your motherboard, or worse, like, under your motherboard, where a lot of the solder connections and stuff are all joined up, if that gets, like, nasty from years of buildup and just, like, moisture on and off from humidity, it's definitely uncommon for shorts to occur, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. So it really is a good preventative maintenance thing to try to keep your computer, you know, semi-clean. You don't have to be too crazy, but... That's one of the drawbacks about not using AIOs, but I think the pros of an air-cooled system, for me, outweigh the cons of the other by enough that I'll never go back. Dusting out your computer a little more often is not that big of a deal. Because all you gotta do is disconnect some stuff and bring it outside. Where when the time comes to fix a shitty AIO or custom loop, you gotta disconnect everything on the computer anyways. It's coming out, no matter what. And you have to take off the entire motherboard to unmount most of the coolers and all of that stuff. You gotta disconnect everything. Just a lot more work. But luckily, you don't really have to do that too often on an AIO. Unless you are planning on keeping it, you know, for a pretty long time. And when computer parts are going the way that they've been going for the last couple of years, I would assume the average person is probably going to have their AIO cooled rig for an extended period of time. My new machines ain't gonna die from dust. Yeah, hell yeah, no way. They have dust covers on them for one thing. Yep, I like a lot of the new cases have like those micro mesh, like filters where most of your intakes are. I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, there's also like aftermarket screens and filters and covers and stuff that you can get. Yeah, those are good ideas. Those are good ideas. That takes care of most of my cleaning. When I noticed my case starting to get dusty, a lot of it I could just kind of like wipe off with my hand that's like on like the front intake grill. And that takes care of a whole lot of air restriction. Those screens keep a lot of dust outside of my system, which I think is why I'm getting away with not having to clean it out too often. Like I said, I don't think I've given this rig a proper cleaning yet since I built it. We're going on probably about a year now, I think. I think we've had this rig for about a year. Alright, this is the last lap in this car, I swear to God. I'm just having too much fun in it. We're gonna go try the 350Z that I built. That was the first tune I ever did. There's no way that car is gonna be as fun as this car. And if it is, I'll be very, very surprised. I'd rather clean my dust every now and then than have leaking water on sensitive electronics. That's another reason why water-cooled systems are a no-go for me. I will say though, most of the AIOs and stuff are they're pretty reliable in that aspect. I don't hear about leaky AIOs and stuff as a result of a shitty product all too often. I do hear them once in a while on like support threads and things with people who did something they weren't supposed to do, and then they leak. But just because it hasn't happened to me, or I haven't heard about it too much, doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Because it does. They do leak from time to time. They do leak from time to time. Oh, delicious. Ooh, wheel spins. Come on. Go, 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 go. 5,000 credits? No, 100,000. I'll take 100,000. One more, one more. Come on. Go, 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 go. We want a cool car, cool car, cool car. We got scammed. Scammed. Ooh. Extra 18 grand from people downloading tunes. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's go try out our Nissan. Oh. Listen, here it is. Where's my 350? There she is. Let's see how this tune holds up. Let's also see how Miss Mandy's doing today. She's currently grinding away at work, and she's texting me telling me how she is desperately fiending for some Pacopia. I feel that. She's too good for me. She's too good for me. I keep telling her, but she just keeps not listening, so I guess I'm winning here. Wozers. Okay, alright. It's okay. Okay, I mean, it's drifting. It's drifting. It's actually drifting pretty good. This was the very first drift car I built in Forza when it first came out. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the oversteer. She's a little more touchy, but that's okay. Stream has been buffering for you. Oh, I wasn't on Wi-Fi? Let me know if that irons it out, because yeah, you've been here when I've been having intermittent streaming issues. I'm looking at I'm gonna keep a closer eye on my, I got the stream rendering on my other screen here, and it looks okay for me. I'm not getting any kinds of encoding warnings or anything. I think on my side, I'm okay. I hope. Let me know if it doesn't fix for you, Dave. Try refreshing the page too. I think it's okay though. There is a chance that my encoder is still messed up. I tried recording while streaming earlier, and that's been a problem in the past, and shockingly, it was a problem today too. Normally, I have to reset OBS completely when I try that and it locks up. Today, I didn't have to reset OBS completely. It seemed to resolve itself when I shut the recording off. But there might still be some gremlins lurking because of that. But it looks to me like I'm watching the Twitch stream of it right now. It seems like it's going okay. I'm not seeing any twitchiness. But it's kind of hard for me to pay attention to it super closely while also driving. Trying to watch it at the same time. Seems okay. The AIO are usually okay, yeah, but still, I don't want PC ruined because one drop of water hit my GPU. That's a fair assessment. I don't think that's a hot take. It's something to be concerned about. Alright, let's take a peeky poo at this car. How did we tune this bad boy up? It's not terrible. Okay, alright, pretty typical. The gearing seems fine. Caster. So I was doing a little less caster on these builds. I'm very interested to know if I tick that up just a touch. Caster changes a ton. Ooh, we made this car very soft. Very soft. Sort out our braking, how I like it. Differential. I think we're okay here. I believe we're very low horsepower in this build too. Let's see how that goes. Just a little caster tweak. Should give us a little bit more grip. It should make our steering wheel feel a little more solid. Oh, we are turbocharged. Okay, I hear it. So maybe we're not super duper low power. Doesn't feel crazy though. Press second gear. I think that might be a little... Oh, maybe not. Maybe third gear was the gear of choice. Let's see. Well, she's sliding nice. I like it, I like it. That's not bad. It's fine. It was your connection? Okay, cool, cool, cool. I appreciate you letting me know, though. I'm paranoid would be downplaying how I feel about the intermittent streaming issues that are a result of something from my end. Some of these things I've been chasing my tail for apparently no reason. This is nice. This still drifts. How cool is that? How cool is that? How cool. I always wanted one of these cars back in the day. When the 350 first started coming out and it was in Tokyo Drift. I thought this car was so cool. The new Nissan Z cars they're alright. I checked them out. I went looking at one the other day just to see. They're okay. I think they're a little expensive for what kind of car it is, but what isn't a little expensive these days? Doesn't excuse it. I'm not gonna be buying one, that's for damn sure. A cool car nonetheless. They actually have the exact model I went and looked at in Forza too. Maybe we'll turn that into a drift car. Let's check it out. I know I won't be doing too much longer of a car stream because I do want to edit the, I made a video earlier while we were streaming. I do want to edit that and get that uploaded to YouTube today. And I want to get that done and still have time to eat some dinner and chill before we start Zelda later. I'm really hyped for Zelda later. I know I'm a broken record, but I'm very hyped. Let's see. I think I already own the Z car too. Maybe not. Nope, not the 370. Nope, gotta go buy it. Never mind, I lied. It's right here. Z, Nismo. Here's a goofy one for you. As of 2026, Nissan makes their Z car their like flagship rear-wheel drive turboed sports car, right? Because GTR is not rear-wheel drive, right? So their flagship Nismo, like most expensive edition of the car that you can buy, can't buy in a manual transmission, only automatic. They offer the same Z car in a lower trim, the non-Nismo edition, and you can get it in a manual transmission. Yeah, I don't know. As a car guy, that's fucking bizarre. They did say they are changing that. 2027 or 2028, whatever, when they do the next model year of the Z car or whatever, they are going to release the Nismo edition with a like a proper manual gearbox. Nobody's giving you spoilers on your car game, I see? No. Nope. Gotta fuse a rocket to your muffler. That's how my Honda is. That's why it sounds like a weed whacker when I'm flying down the road. Alright, so this is bone stock. I have nothing done to it. No tune, no parts, no nothing. I don't think this should drift. This is brutal. I always like to try it out just before we put anything in it. This is brutal. Okay. Let's turn it into a little drift car, boys. Let us turn it into a drift car. Slower sounds better, though. I'm not sure yet. We're already in an A-Class 650, so there's probably... I could probably keep it pretty low. Low horsepower here, unless we go up past A-Class. Though this is a V-block, which means it's probably... I believe it's twin-turboed stock, so I bet you there's a good amount of turbo lag. Holy shit, there's a lot of turbo lag. But it's really low in the RPM band, so that is almost non-existent. I don't care about that. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that's at like 1500. That's actually not that bad. Yeah, if you're revving down to 1500 when you're drifting, you're making a statement. So I'm not too worried about that. Let me guess. Is there an 8.2 in this one? No, I can't even drop my 8.2 in it, even if I wanted to. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Ooh, this does have the SR20 block though, does it? Yeah, 2-liter straight 4 turbo. This is the SR20 block. Turbo lag goes way out to 4K on that bad boy though. Yeah, we don't want to do that. 2.6 twin turbo straight 6. This is the RB block. 3.2 I think is a BMW block. This is a really great engine. If I don't like how the stock powertrain feels, we're gonna swap it over to this block. I think that's what we'll do. I don't even know who you are without your sword and shield. Well, I still have my shield. Can I do it? Well, wait. Oh, I don't have a way to do it in YouTube chat. Ah, you won't see it. I have a shield emote on the Twitch side of things. It's one of the subscriber emotes. So I still have my shield at least. I know I'm fiending though. I'm fiending. I want more Zelda. I want more Zelda. All right, let's see here. Snows. Sport tires are stock. Let's try our snows. That wins us back a good bit. How fat are my tires? 285 stock. Goodness gracious. 255s and 285s. Ooh, I can step up to 275s, but that's freaking huge. Let's keep it stock for right now. Is there a wide body kit I can put on this? I'm not gonna lie, it's not as hideous as I thought it was gonna be, but it's not, that's not my thing. That looks a lot better. Yeah, stock's a lot better. Aero. Do we have any cool front bumper? No, just the Forza edition. No thanks. Okay. Drivetrain. Clutch. Yes. Transmission. Drift transmission. Differential. Drift differential. Brakes. Race. Suspension. Drift suspension. These are all hot takes, I know. Race sways. Let's put the cage in there. How heavy is this? Holy Jesus. She's 3,600 pounds stock. Almost 3,700 pounds stock. Good Lord. How many hours before Zelda stream? I was just having some coffee. I'll tune in later for adventure gaming. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you hanging out and having your coffee with me. From right now, somewhere between... Let's call it 3 hours. Let's call it about 3 hours from now. I'm looking at sometime between 8 and 9 Eastern. Right in that window, I'm going to be setting up. So... Heck yeah. There's a small chance we start slightly earlier, but having to edit that video, get it uploaded, like finished, rendered, and uploaded, and then eat dinner, I think it's safe to say about 8:30-ish Eastern, so. Catch you later, don't crash. Sir, yes, sir. Take care, I'll see you later, Dave. See you later, buddy. All right, let's slap these parts on this car. Ooh, there we go, 2,900 pounds, I like that. And then give it a generic tune, we'll slide around for just a few, and then I think we'll wrap it up for today. How much power do we have? Our power to weight ratio is 0.14. Honestly, we have a decent amount of power. I think maybe we keep it A-class. Ooh, I wish I could get both stages. Oh, shoot. We're 702. I want to win back 2 points. What did I do that can win back 2 points? Maybe the roll cage? Yes. Maybe we just do reinforcement. And then we need a point. Flywheel. How's it sound? That sounds spicy. Power to weight 0.17, just under 500 horse, 2,900 pounds. Honestly, I like this. This doesn't seem like it's gonna be outlandish. Let's do just a regular old tune on this bad boy, see how it feels. I can tell right away that that's not gonna work. Let's try 3.8. Let's see what our top speed goes to. 1.68, perfect, because now we can shorten up fourth gear, because you don't need that. 1.61, third looks a little bit long. We could probably just a touch, which means we could probably choke up fourth gear just a smidgy poo. And then overall, we might be able to turn this up just a touch more. Let's try like 391, 152. That's probably a good spot. Caster down to about 6.5. We can leave that. We can leave that. We'll do just a real generic toe setup for where I like it to start as a baseline. That's a good ratio. That's a good ratio. We'll tuck that up. Just give it a little bit of positive rake. That's a decent ratio. Arrow, don't care. Brakes. Same setup. Differential, lock it up, and then we'll adjust that depending on how we slide. Sideways time. Let's go, boys, let's go! This is interesting that my car is semi-propelling forward with the clutch in. Very peculiar. Yep, that baseline tune was right what this car needed. She feels very nice. I believe the diff does not need to be locked on decel. I also think we could raise the gearing a touch more. And I think we could maybe take out the front negative toe. I'm feeling that right away. I want to get a feel for third gear too, a little bit more. Second feels okay, so I'm a little hesitant to raise the gearing more. I'm gonna try third. As long as we stay above that 1500 RPM, which we are, with a lot of headroom, I think we're okay. I think the gearing is pretty good. I don't think we need to raise it much. I want to raise it just a smidge. Just a smidge. This is feeling good already. All right, hold on, let's park it. Okay, let's make a couple of precise changes. Gearing, let's raise it just a smidge. I like that. Second gear, I think second gear can be just a little touch longer. There we go. I think that'll keep second from bottoming out. Wait, one more tick. Nope, too many ticks. Come on. Nope, come on. 9-3. 9-3. 9-3. 9-3. You bastard. 9-3. You son of a bitch. There we go. Alignment. Let's take out that and put it at a negative 0.1. Just a little tiny bit. Just a tiny little bit. The decel. I think there's just a little bit of something pushing me straight, and I think it might be the decel on the diff. Let's tune it down. Let's try those things. Let's see how this feels. Oh, boys. Boys, boys, boys. Boys. Boys, the Z car. She's feeling good. Hot diggity. We'll have to do a video on this one coming up too. Oh man. Well, I'm glad this got dialed in. Now I'm gonna have more time to get set up for later. I don't have to spend as much time on this right now. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to get one of the boys on to slide, do some tandem in this. This is nice. I think Style might like this car. My tunes aren't exactly suited for the way he drives as much. But I have a feeling this one he might like it a little bit. I'll have to see when he shows up, get him to try it out. Yeah, this is clean. Always nice when a plan comes together, huh? And another one. Boys, we need a coat of paint on this. And the stock Nissan white color they do on this car is pretty slick. I think we're gonna do that. So I think this is driving great, so I don't think I need to tweak anything else for now. This is about where I want it. This is delightful. Let's put some fresh paint on it, shall we? Return home. Well, I see Mr. Chaos is getting on. I'm gonna feel bad if he hops in here. I'm be like, I'm taking off actually in just a minute. Let's put some fresh paint on this bad boy. Pink car, here we go. They should have the Nissan, yeah, this car, so they had this exact car at the lot when I went and looked at it, and this paint and everything, and boy is it nice. I love this. We're gonna do that. Yeah, nice and easy. Maybe we'll tint the windows too, because we're cool kids. Nice. Heck yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. Perfect. Boys, we did it. We did it. I missed our Forza stream. We took our day off. We took a day off from driving, then we took off for the 4th of July. Now we're back. It was great. I had fun. Did you have fun? We're gonna be on tomorrow for sure. Probably gonna go back to doing the two-a-days. Yeah, I think we're gonna be doing driving stuff in the earlier afternoon, and then Zelda stuff at night. So same thing, right? If you guys enjoyed watching, I appreciate it. If you're here in the VOD, you're the best. I couldn't do this without your guys' support. It keeps me going. So thank you, and I'll be live again later tonight for some Zelda. Take it easy.